Hey YouTube, it's me again. How's it going? Now, the the topic at hand is about an imam named Tawhidi, the fraudulent Sheikh. Now, I say that he's fraudulent because um, he has said a lot of things that were very much against Islam and actually criticized the religion, despite the fact that he claims to be a Muslim. For starters, he said that Islam is a religion of war, which clearly it isn't because it's actually a religion of peace. And and I knew this before everybody started saying this and waking up to the fact that that's what it's about. Not to mention, when it comes down to it, I can just give you an example right now. It says that those who have a different faith, let them practice and believe what they want to believe. That's written in the verse of the Quran. So I find it a little bit strange, and I'm just scratching my head right now because I'm just so baffled by how he would even claim that it's not a religion of peace. That verse that I just mentioned to you is an example of how peaceful a religion is. If any, he considers himself a peace advocate, and the funny thing is, if anything, I should be considered the peace advocate all over the internet and all over the mainstream media. Because as I do recall, I'm not the one who's actually saying these things. I mean, a peace advocate of Islam would never say that Islam is a religion of war. He would never say that. It actually teaches you to help the poor and to help those who are less fortunate. It helps you. It teaches you these things. It even says that in the Quran, and every hadith even says that. And even teaches you to respect your elders and to respect the young, to respect the old, and it also mentions that the mother is the most important and the worthy of the most attention, and it even mentions that heaven is beneath the mother's feet. That sounds very peaceful to me, but the fact that this idiot imam claims that it is a religion of war, it's very baffling considering the fact that he is somehow the only Muslim who happens to be the face, the face of the Muslim world apparently, and he is what you would call a reformer, a reformed Muslim, meaning that he wants Islam to be reformed. I mean, that's never going to happen. It's never happened since it existed 1400 years ago. It should have happened by then, but it didn't. And it's never going to happen. With the way things are, no one wants it to be reformed. But the thing is, he himself wants to hide behind the label of being Muslim just so he could actually help pander to the West for the sake of actually eradicating Islam altogether. Not to mention, if you call yourself a peace advocate and you're insulting Islam and you're saying bad things about it, then it doesn't make sense to actually be a Muslim if you're going to say things like that. Here's another example that I find very odd. He also had the audacity to say that that every time mosques are being built in countries like Australia and the United States where freedom of religion exists, he claims that this is like the growth of radicalism. Now, you'd probably scratch your head multiple times like this if you heard a Christian pastor saying, "Oh, we have too many churches in America. If we build five more churches, then this is a sign of extremism in the Christian community." Now, you'd be baffled and beyond shocked if a Christian pastor says that. So it's actually very shocking for an imam like him, a so-called imam, to say that. That means You see, if you want to be an imam or a sheikh, you have to at least have knowledge of Islam. But he doesn't. He just says the same things that every anti-Muslim says. He defends it while attacking at the same time, which is completely paradoxical. So for those of you who aren't Muslims, either you learn about what Islam is really about, or, you steer clear of this guy because he's only trying to pander to the West just so, just so he could, encourage the corruption of the establishment. Because he's a sellout and a slave to the establishment. He's not even a Muslim. He claims to be a Muslim, but he's not. He's only saying that he's Muslim and pandering to right-wing conservatives just so he could be like, oh, I want to belong here now, and he wants to remain immune and untouched. And but of course the joke is on him because he was physically attacked by other fellow Muslims because, they know he's not a Muslim at all. He's not. He attacks Islam all the time. He says bad things about it. He just, calls it names. He says it's not a religion of peace, it's a religion of war, it's a religion of violence, and this is something every ignorant who doesn't know anything about Islam says all the time anyway. Especially these, extremist right-wing conservatives. The ones who are extremists, they say the same thing. So, if anything, I just don't understand why he's considering himself a Muslim. And he wants, he's pandering so hard, it's pathetic. So the fact that this guy exists in this world and calls himself a Muslim, it's not only fraudulent and insulting to every Muslim in the world, even Shias like him. Even Shia Muslims like him. But it's very laughable. Keep one thing in mind. I'm not sitting here saying that, oh, I'm a Sunni and that should be the way. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that being a Shia is a bad thing. Because I don't want to take sides between Shia and Sunni. Because honestly, I don't think those sects should exist. Muslims should be united, not divided within their religious sects. And if you want to keep your religious sect, fine. But don't fight each other over it. Like Iraq has been doing for 1,000 years now. So with a guy like the Imam Tawhidi, he is a fake. He is someone you really need to look out for because there are a lot of red flags with this guy. And this is the guy who is actually encouraging Muslims to be targeted in America and everywhere else around the world. And he wants that to happen. He wants them to suffer. So he just hides behind the label of being a Muslim so that, he could get some kind of immunity because he's good at kissing up. So really, I would watch out. And for all you Muslims out there, I would watch out for Tawhidi because Tawhidi is the kind of guy who claims to be Muslim, but behind your back, he will stick the knife in your back and he will twist it endlessly. This is the kind of guy that he is. That's it. So for all you Muslims out there who are watching this, thank you for watching along with my subscribers, and assalamu alaikum to the Muslims out there who have been watching. And it's a total act of injustice, really. Even if you're a Muslim like me, I will expose you with the best of my ability, even if you're a Muslim like me, because I know a fraud when I see one. Now, here's the thing. I'm, as a Muslim myself, you guys already know, I'm not a left-wing or a right-wing guy at all, because I don't support Democrats or Republicans. They're the same thing. They should be charged and tried for the same exact crimes. That's a fact. Because you can blame the left on funding ISIS, the right wing did the exact same thing. So anyway, take care of yourselves and each other, and happy holidays, and if I don't post another video, Happy New Year.